Hello, good people. Hello. How are you all doing today? How are you all doing today? Hopefully you're doing good. Hopefully you are doing well. I'm doing just fine. I am doing just fine. Ooh. Uh, Happy new week. Happy new week. Look alive, Wanda. Look alive. Get it together. Get it together. Happy Monday, folks. Happy Monday. Happy new week. Here we are. The weekend is over, and here I am back to walking and talking. And you all are doing whatever it is that you all are doing. Hello, Trina's Motivation. How are you? How are you? Thanks for coming in. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. Thanks for coming in. But yeah, getting these steps in. Need to get that physical exercise done. Need to get that physical exercise done. I noticed, Trina. Thank you. Thank you. Need to get the physical exercise done that will help with the other things, like the mental, and that you're doing well. And I can really see clearly now because on Wednesday, last Wednesday it is, I went and actually got the new lenses for these frames. And that was a whole something when I went to do the eye exam. The eye exam went well. And then when she took my glasses, I guess, to measure and all this other stuff, she broke the original ones and, gave me these frames for free. And of course, they were the more inexpensive ones, of course. And then Wednesday, I went to pick up the new lenses. And my vision had just went off a little bit, like 0.5% in both eyes. It had went a little astray. And I guess that happens over time. But yeah, when I got them picked up, and now I can really see clearly now. Woo! But yeah. Whew. Life is good, folks. Life is good. Another day above ground. Any day above ground is a good day. Any day above ground is a good day. Hopefully, it's something I say here and in my other walking and talkings and just in some of my budgeting videos, etc., will help you and or your family in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Information is power. And of course, the way that we utilize the information is key. Of course, for a lot of information, work has to happen afterwards. And I know that you all know this, and I know it also too, but it bears repeating, even for myself, as I say all the time when I am doing these walking and talkings and when I'm doing the budgeting videos, some of the things that I am saying, and when I'm doing the cash stuffings, etc., that stuff is helping me as it is hopefully the next person. So I don't want anyone to get it twisted that, oh, she's just talking. No, I started the budgeting channel so that I can hold myself accountable, try to get out of this debt and have a community of people to, go to and, watch what they're doing and maybe chit chat with them a little bit here and there, depending, and, get some new ideas, some new thoughts, some new ways to do things or to think about something, etc., which I think is helpful in a whole lot of areas in life. Someone may have a different perspective. Someone may have a better idea, better thought about how to do a particular part, or maybe a whole kin caboodle of something. And that is a good thing. Tamika Davis, hello. How are you today? Hopefully everyone's day is going well. AI Regina's Meek, or hello. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate it. Woo, getting winded already. It's only been 3 minutes. I tell you, folks, my sleep has been crazy. But that's kind of sort of the norm. And then it'll try to get right for a day or two or three, and then it goes back. But nonetheless, I am here. If you are on your midday lunch break, etc., hopefully you're out walking or doing something that is going to be helpful to you. If it's walking, reading, just meditating, trying to wind down from all the meetings about the meeting that you have had. Hopefully you're doing something that is productive in the time that you have allotted for your lunch break, if it is your lunch break. Eating, of course, drinking some water, all of that good stuff. Whew. Yes, happy Monday to you, Spilly Girl TV. Thanks for coming in. Getting these steps in, folks. Getting these steps in. It was the weekend, and as you all know, Coin Watch is in effect every day, but definitely on the weekends, like I always say. You have more time on your hands than you would have when you are at work. So we may let our fingers do the perusing on these different websites, these shopping websites, the big box stores, the big smile place, etc. All of that good stuff. Hopefully you all stay on budget. Hopefully you all stayed on budget. Again, this is a budgeting channel. Hopefully you all stayed on budget. And yeah, I get it. We had Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and there was a lot of spending and maybe a lot of window shopping going on. But nonetheless, hopefully you stayed on budget. Hopefully you stayed on budget because you know that tomorrow is another day. If the Lord lets us seize it, tomorrow is another day where we're going to get up and start that whole thing over and over again. And we want to keep more of our money with us than we let go out. But of course, this is not to say just hoard every penny, not to spend any money. We know we have to spend the money on the necessities of life and on the things that we may want, but we have to put limits and all this other. Well, I'm saying this for me. That doesn't mean that it's for everyone. Sometimes we have to put limits on the things that we want, etc. Because it can get out of hand. Ask someone that knows. And you definitely want to make sure that you, over time, that you're in a better place, the next month or the next year, however you look at it or want to view it for yourself, that you're in a better spot at that particular time than you are now. And I know it is a process, folks. It is a process. Even with me, it is a process. But hopefully you stayed on budget. And speaking of budgeting and cash stuffing, I have a cash stuffing video here that I did this morning. I stuffed my personal envelopes this morning, so make sure that you all go and check it out. I think it's 3 minutes or so. And they're real short, so an easy watch. What else do I have on here? Sandra Day O'Connor, the first Supreme Court Justice, the first female Supreme Court Justice. She passed away, I think it said on Friday, and she lived out there in Phoenix, Arizona, and she had advanced dementia, but she has passed on. And then we know that former Secretary of State, but you still call him Secretary of State, Henry Kissinger, passed away also in 2. And Rosalynn Carter, the First Lady, passed away also in 2. So, sadly, they say it comes in threes. But, what else? I saw something about Indonesia. They had a volcano erupt there, and it said that 11 hikers had died. And the numbers may have changed since when I saw it, which was, the story was by CBS News this morning at 8:10 a.m. And maybe the information has changed since then. It is in Indonesia. Of course, there's time change, etc. And they said there were like 75 hikers there, but most of them were, evacuated safely and all that good stuff. But prayers and blessings to them for during this time that that the volcano erupted. And God knows, many blessings and prayers to the families of the 11 that lost their lives. And if more has happened since then blessings and prayers, thoughts and prayers. I tell you, folks, it is always some type of natural disaster. There's something all the time. So what else is happening, folks? What else is happening? In political news, there's some good news. Next week, I think it's on the 15th, and I went to the House of Representatives, House.gov and Senate.gov to see if the dates were correct. And next week I think it's not next week, but I think it's the 15th of December. Hello, Mercy. Welcome in, Mercy. The 15th of December, they go away. They go away on their Christmas break, New Year's break, and they don't come back until the 3rd, I do believe the thing said. So yeah, they will be away. They will be away out of your hair, not causing any problems. And on the Senate, it said that the target adjournment date was the 15th of December. And if they stay over or what have you, then that's a whole nother thing, because they may have some legislation that they didn't get a chance to vote on, and they may hold people over until such a time. But yeah, That is the good news, folks. I forgot. That is your good news. That is your political news for the day, and that is good news. So I'm around here, and I am looking at some news articles, trying to find something, to talk about on these walking and talkings, and then sometimes it's just off the top. And I found another story because I found one last week, but I didn't, do any commentary on it with regards to men talking about money and about happiness. And there's this one story, and I'm just going to get it right here so I can tell you. It's by Business Insider, in case you want to go and try and find it. Business Insider was written December 3rd, yesterday at 6:38 a.m. Eastern Standard. Everything seems to be. By Alet Sheffy. And it says a 43-year-old who poured everything into becoming a millionaire shares the realization that made him stop obsessing over his wealth and why he's much happier now. And the young man's name is Don, and he's 43. Just bits of the story that I remember. And he saving, investing, all this other stuff. And I guess he's a millionaire now, self-made. I don't know. It doesn't say what all he did, but I think he's going into financial planning, consulting, something other like that now. But he's a self-made millionaire, and he talks about, he just obsessed over, saving money, building wealth, retirement, investing, all this other stuff, etc. And I guess he really wasn't happy. Just in his life, I guess he really wasn't happy. And then he took some steps back and he started to think, hey, I got all of this money. That's great, but it's really not bringing me happiness. It is really not bringing me happiness. And it seems from what all the article is saying was that he wanted to be happy. It said in the story that he had 2 kids. It didn't tell the ages of the kids. It doesn't say his last name. It doesn't say whether he has a wife or anything like that and what he actually does for a living now. And if he is married, what she does. None of that was in the story. But he does talk about when he was growing up with his parents that he didn't think that they lived paycheck to paycheck or had problems making ends meet, as a lot of folks do nowadays. He just knew that there was a lot of love and he felt safe, the story said, which is always a good thing to, feel loved and to be loved. And to be safe, in the family, in your home, your household, and all that good stuff. And he said that some of the things that he does remember that, makes him smile now was that his uncle didn't have anyone, during the holidays, during Christmas, etc. And the mother would invite the uncle over and he would play the piano. And, it was just a good time. He would play with, his nephews, him, Don, and all this other good stuff, etc. So he smiles when he remembers those things. So that's why I made the title, Can Money Buy Happiness? All of that good stuff. And to that I say, no. There is always some caveats to some things. But money we are a capitalistic society. And when you don't have it, you feel some type of way. You have plenty of emotions and maybe some acting out when you don't have it and when you don't have it for a long period of time. But that does not mean that if you had it, you're going to be happy. I think that people have to make themselves happy with or without the money, or get to a place where they can, just function day to day and not like, oh, I'm so happy. And they are dead broke all the time, etc. And part of the dead broke in my brain is the paycheck to paycheck. Trust I've been there. And there are just moments when you're in that, the paycheck to paycheck, and other financial situations to where you aren't happy at all. You are just out here working. You're just day to day. I'll just put it that way. You're just day to day. You're getting up, you're going to work, you're doing what you do, and then you come back and then you wash, rinse, repeat, all of that good stuff. But yeah, can money buy happiness? Big question. Big question. It can definitely make one's life easier. But people, like I said, initially, people need to make themselves happy. Just like respecting others. Before you can respect others, you have to have some respect for yourself. some inner respect, and a whole host of things. Got to be self-motivating, a whole lot. Inspire your own self, all of these things, But yeah, interesting topic. But yeah, but that was the second article that I found that a man was talking about money and happiness. And of course, when I'm reading these things, I'm looking into it a little bit more as I'm reading in the story. And it said something about inflation was down. I know I highlighted it in here. Let me, because sometimes these stories can get a little crazy. And I read it in context. While inflation is coming down, while inflation is coming down, it's still not at the Federal Reserve's 2% target. The latest consumer price index, which measures inflation, increased 3.2% year over year in October, a decrease from the 3.7 reading a prior month. So yeah, it gets a little tricky when they start throwing those numbers in there. But yeah, while inflation is coming down, where? When people read that, when the average Joe or Josephine like myself read that inflation is coming down, we go and we start looking at the gas prices and the food prices. Like, are these people on something? It gets a little crazy, folks. It gets a little crazy. But nonetheless, keep your chin up. You already know some of the things that you need to do. And if you're doing them, then great. If you want to start doing them, that would be great to get yourself in a better financial position if that is what you are working on or working towards or will be working towards next year, because these prices are going to keep going up. And some, the gas up and down, they're going to keep doing that. But you have to find out, determine, decide what it is that you're going to do to make your life the best life, to get yourself and myself together and in order. But yeah, I didn't have a lot today. I kind of started still asleep. Yeah, but that was some good news about the politics stuff, that they will be away starting the 15th of December. Forgot to write down my trivia question. That is crazy. I'm just all over the map today. I am just all over the map today. I do thank you all for being here. It may not go to 30 minutes, folks. It may not go to 30 minutes. I'm just all over the map. And I did see another story, which I'm going to might be for tomorrow's Walking and Talking. Warren Buffett put something out, and maybe something that he had put out prior, but I'm going to talk about that probably in tomorrow's Walking and Talking video. Yeah, get these steps in, woman. Get these steps in. I can't believe I did that. Such is life. Oh, is anyone traveling? It's a new month, as we know, and this is day 4 of the new month, December. 21 more days, and then it's Christmas Day, 23, and then it's Christmas Eve. Anyone traveling or doing anything during this period of time, please be safe. God knows, please be safe. Please be safe. AI Spirit Girl says yes. Ooh. Man, God knows, please be safe. And watch out for the scammers. As always, folks, watch out for the scammers. Because that's a lot of that is going on. It's going on all the time. But yeah, please be safe and watch out for the scammers. And as I always try to mention on these walking and talkings, is to please be mindful that people she got the eyes. I needed that laugh. That there are folks that are alone, like in the story that Don was talking about during his childhood, about his uncle being alone and the mom, his mom inviting the uncle over. I don't know if that was her brother or her husband's brother, but nonetheless, please be mindful that people out here, they do have moments of loneliness, and that may be happening all the time, but it gets more focused It's possible. It's possible because I don't know. It's possible that more focus is brought, to them with regards to their loneliness, possibly because it's a time when people are coming together and families are coming together, they're visiting and all this other stuff, and people aren't alone, but they see themselves as alone on those big moments, those big days throughout the year, Christmas being one of them and Thanksgiving being another, to where it gets, oh my God, oh my God. And we want them to be here for the next day and the next year, et cetera. So if you know of someone that is in that situation, or you know someone that may be acting a little bit differently, please make sure that you connect with them in some way to make sure that they are on the right track, Because, yeah, it can get scary. We have to be mindful of our physical health, our mental health, emotional health, everything all wrapped up into one. And with all this stuff that's going on with the economy, and now you're adding that to people having some type of anxiety. And I'm just using, sadly, anxiety loosely for the sake of conversation. And people having, moments of they're not real clear mentally, etc. It can get ugly. It can get ugly out here, folks, for a lot of folks, And we have to be mindful, just everyone, it doesn't matter the age for the most part, but we have to be mindful about the young folks. And I know I keep going back to these TikTok, inflation, rent, mortgage prices, home ownership prices, food prices, gas prices, insurance prices going up for everything. And it is really those young folks, they are out here. They are not being silent about their displeasure with all this stuff that's going on. And they are letting folks know just out here in general about how high things are, and they're having to work 2 and 3 side hustles, etc. But yeah, all of that stuff is going on. And people, these folks, they are single, married, got significant others, etc. All of this stuff is going on, and they may themselves be having moments where they're not mentally clear. They may be experiencing some anxiety just due to the economy only. Like, how many jobs does a person need to have in order to pay for food and rent, or their mortgage, or the insurance for their car or cars, homeowners insurance? It is crazy out here, folks. It is crazy out here on a whole lot of levels. But there is something that each and every one of us can do individually. It's a process. Things take time, but you got to do the work. And one of the things that I always like to tell people is budget. You have to do a budget. Folks, if you want to get your spending under control, to see where your money is going, you have to get a budget going. And I get it, some folks don't need to do a budget because they only have 1 or 2 things going on in their life, and that is fine. But you got to have a budget if that is not you. If you got children, if it's just you got family, etc., a budget is going to help you out. Just put it that way. A budget is going to help you. You need a plan for your money. The budget is just telling your money where to go each time you get it. And once you start looking at that thing, after you do it for 2, 3, 4 months, etc., maybe after the first month, and you're seeing that, oh, I'm putting a lot of money over here into this, that. If you're really tracking the expenses, also into do the budget, because we got to pay the rent, the mortgage, etc. You have an amount for food, all of that good stuff, utilities. Great. After the main stuff is taken care of, and then you see all the rest of the stuff that you've got in your budget that it's possible you could do something differently with. Cut back, totally stop, whatever it is you need to do to free up some money for whatever it is that you needed to go to. And it could be debt. But yeah, folks are out here with a lot of anxiousness with regards to maybe their job, because there have been a lot of layoffs in the technology realm, from what they say, the technology realm. And seems like every sector went on strike this year. You know that the United Auto Workers went on strike. Kaiser Permanente, some healthcare people went on strike. It's been a lot, folks. It's been a lot for folks financially. And trust, it's not going to get better. The only way that it's going to get better if you decide to do something differently, if you are in that particular situation. That is the only way. That is the only way. You got to do something. The work has to come. The work has to come. The work has to come. But yeah. So, does money buy happiness? For me, no. Also for me, you have to make yourself happy. You have to make yourself happy first, whatever that means and whatever that looks like for you. I'm not saying, oh, I'm going to be happy if I go out here and, spend $5,000, just traveling around all this other stuff. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying, just make yourself happy without having to spend any money. How about that? Because some folks will take what it is that I'm saying and other folks are saying, they're like, okay, yeah. Make yourself happy first. Okay, I'm going to go out here and I'm going to buy me this type of bag, these shoes, these clothes, take this trip, etc. The girls trip and all this other stuff. No, I don't mean that particular way. Make yourself happy, inside, out, etc. Here, all these other good things. Hopefully, without spending a lot of money or any money. I know that you all get what it is that I am trying to say, but yeah, make yourself happy first. And then, of course, we need to do the things in order to live, which requires money, etc. And then people can put a value and amount to whatever it is that they like, want to do, etc. Now and into the future, trust and believe we have to be preparing for our later years, folks, our later years, the ones of us that are there. And then the young folks, seems like from these videos that I see, and that does not mean everyone, a lot of them are disillusioned with what all is going on in the economy, and they cannot make it. They don't see themselves doing better than their parents. They think that their parents failed them. They think that their parents gave them bad knowledge, et cetera, et cetera. So it's a whole lot. It is a whole lot. But once you get information, once you learn some things, once you set your mind to wanting to learn some things, then you're all the better for it if it's something that's going to benefit you. Just like learning about budgeting, learning about finance, learning about personal finance, about saving and investing. Not all in one sitting. Over time, take your time with it because you want to get the knowledge, absorb the knowledge, and then apply the knowledge. So whatever works for you at your own learning, at your own interval, etc., then do that, because it's going to get worse before it gets better. I wish that I had some other type. I wish I had something more pleasant to say with regards to that. But the food prices are going to continue to rise. The gas prices here and there, depending where you're located, are going to continue to rise. Insurance prices are going to continue to rise. But everything, it is just going to get worse. But you have the key. You have the answer. Hello, Bridget D. How are you? Welcome in. Welcome in. How's Missy? How's Missy doing? Hope that she's eating now. Hope that she's eating now. Whew. But yeah, life is good, folks. Life is good. Life is good. We have to stay positive. We have to stay positive. Even though we have a whole lot of stuff going on around us, we have to stay positive. We have to stay positive. And make sure you're surrounding yourself. You have your family. Please make sure that you're spending as much quality time with them as possible, not just for the holiday, but each and every day, or every day that you possibly can be near, close to them, etc., that type of way. If it's just a phone call because they are a long distance away, or maybe not a long distance away, please make sure that you are interacting with your family, friends. I'm talking about the folks that you really care about. They are in your circle. They are with you. They are for you when you have the good and the bad times. Please make sure that you're reaching out and connecting with these folks so that you can keep that energy going, because you're probably going to need someone at some point or another. And if it's not you, that's probably might be your kid. That's how the old folks always said something to me. Be careful what you do to folks, because you may not need anything, but down the road, your kid may need something, and that might be the person that they need to, go to ask for something. So yeah. Oh, please have a great rest of your day, folks. Please have a great rest of your day. And thanks so much. I do appreciate all of you coming in to listen, chat, and hopefully learn something here with me at Wanda Budgets and Beyond. I do appreciate it. I do appreciate it. Please take care. And yes, the live tonight at 6 p.m. Thank you, AI Spirit Girl. As always, thank you so much. Thank you so much. You can always drop your links. AI Spirit Girl. Yeah, see you later, Tamika. See you later. Thanks for coming in, Tamika. And Bridget, thank you for coming in. I do appreciate it. I do appreciate it. Woo! Man, oh man. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much. Oh, I'm not with Miss, oh, your sister, yes, she is at Barbara's friend's house now. Okay, great. You got it in, Spirit Girl. Great, you got it in. Ooh. Listen, you want to talk to him a little bit. Take care, everyone, and thanks for being here. I do appreciate it. Bye-bye.